Welcome, everybody, to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Eric, Mr. Cincinnati Robinson, has the night off. It is me, the podcast dad, and we are joined by Taco Tully. Tully, how you doing?
Hey, Chris, it's me. It's Tully from last week. How's it going, man?
Yes, I remember you from last week.
Awesome. You ready to watch some Raw last night?
With you, yeah, that's fine. I would much rather talk with Mr. Cincinnati about it, but hey, he's not here, and you're here, so we're gonna make it work. What was your biggest takeaway from Raw last night, there, Taco?
So many. But before we get into that, so I talked to Mr. Cincinnati. He wanted me to just remember a couple of things about the show. So if you'll bear with me for just a second here, remember to hit the QR code in the top left corner right there. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, get those numbers up.
Did you write it on your hand?
New episode of Stump the Smart. Yeah.
Why
else am I supposed to remember it?
Do you not use paper?
Not. Do you?
Try to help. Yes, of course I use paper.
What? Okay, well, it's on my hand. Anyway, like, before I forget this. Okay, so, yeah, up there, like, share, subscribe. New Stump the Smart. Survivor Series preview show with Bryce Can. Oh, I love that guy. Yeah, I think that was all of it. So,
and
wait, sorry, smudged a little bit there. Joey Von Francis. Yeah,
that's not right. We call you Taco Telly. We can. You need to be nice to him. He's a nice guy. I think he gets a bad rap. People need to get to know him a little bit more. Johnny's very nice.
I had fun on the show.
Did you get everything right?
All right. Anyway, like no, not this time, but can't win them all. It's okay. Let's get into it.
So go ahead.
Yeah, so Raw was actually pretty wicked awesome last night. So I know that Mr. Cincinnati said no going match by match. So I'm not going to do that this time. But one thing I want to point out, the first 2 hours of Raw last night, 4 matches. 3 of those were women's division matches. One of those was a fatal 4-way tag team match. The winner gets Chelsea Green and Piper Niven for the tag team titles. Not sure if that's going to be a Survivor Series. It definitely should be. But
no, we can debate about this, and I can be negative all I want, but I think they need to keep it 5 matches because those 2 WarGame matches are going to be 45-minute plus. So we just went through an AEW show that was 17 and a half hours long. I don't want another long show. That's me personally.
That's fair. I mean, to each their own. I personally want to see a major women's match make it onto a Big 4 pay-per-view. There's bad.
2 of them.
But yeah. Okay. Well, like, give everybody else
out of the 5.
We know this story
is pretty good.
Well, what's wrong with 3? 3 is better than 2, isn't it?
3 out of 6.
Okay.
So what's wrong with 2 out of 5?
I don't know. 40% compared to 50.
You think?
That's just basic math.
Don't you basic math me.
Is it not?
You're getting a little salty today, aren't you, Taco?
Sorry.
No margarita today?
It's been a long day. No, not today. I figured I'd treat myself and just get the tacos and, it's all right. I'm going to meet up with Junior and Ray later. It's totally cool. They say hi, by the way.
Is that who keeps texting me?
They're wondering when you... Yeah, they're wondering when you're going to come play pickleball with us, man. Well, okay. Well... You have a lot to catch up on. Anyway, let's just get back into it. I really enjoyed this match because, again, this was a multi-segment match. Plenty of time for everybody to work. Everybody shined. This was probably the most cohesive the women's tag team division has looked in a very long time. Even if it is just 5 tag teams across Raw, that's still plenty of people that you can work with and get great matches out of each other. Chelsea Green is 100% that chow on that level, too. They're a great pair, and they're a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember this match. This Raw was on the small screen when I was watching the Eagles game last night, so
that sucks about Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we like good teams here in this household, so not 500 teams like my Mr. Cincinnati counterpart.
It's okay. Everybody gives their best this time of year.
Everybody does. But hey, they're putting, a story into the women's division. I would like to see a few more teams pop up, but beggars can't be choosers at this point. At least they are putting a emphasis on the tag team champions, and they got, like you said, they got a multi-segment match on this show. So slowly, I think we're building the division. I think they're doing better not beating their champions like a drum in singles matches. So that helps make them feel like a bigger deal. Them going cross brand, they've been on SmackDown, they've been on NXT, and mainly on Raw. That's good because those are traveling titles. So I can't complain about it. I do not want it on Survivor Series, as we've kind of established earlier. I think maybe you throw this on a main event of Raw and kind of see how that does, rather than hot shot it on a pay-per-view. Like, build a story up, give me a couple matches, give me a couple week build, and then maybe it blows off, since we don't have a pay-per-view until the Rumble after Survivor Series. Let's have a big time match on Raw where you can market that for a couple weeks. Oh, I think you're on mute there, Tully.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just one of those days. But yeah, no, I think it's really, really cool that they got this opportunity, and I think that, much like you said, give them a program. Let's see what happens with it. But this wasn't the only cool match on the card involving the women's division. We finally got Becky Lynch versus Xia Li, and it didn't get my attention from the beginning. It had a very slow start, and I was genuinely worried for my good sis Xia Li, because the crowd doesn't react when she her music hits. But by the end of that match, they had you believing that this could have also main evented Raw, and that's just the Becky Lynch effect, man. And the fact that she has been able to take names that probably would not have gotten a lot of shine this time last year, and creating great moments with them, like, that's a talent that you want to make sure that stays on your roster. We know her contract's up next year, she's not going anywhere, but I do want to see Becky Lynch doing more of this. We know that she's going to kick ass in WarGames, and it's just going to be outright awesome.
Yeah, I can't complain about this match. It was pretty good. It's I think they have a talent in Xia Li. They just have to continue to build the character. She's got a match tonight on NXT for the NXT Women's Championship. So keep building her. I think you have something there, but I think you need to start her lower off on the card, get her some wins, and then get her into a good spot where she beats one of the bigger names. But at the moment, I can't complain. I love the tea ceremony last week. I would like to see that continue to be part of her, part of her character, and continue that for some bigger matches. But, Becky does have that effect where you're in the ring with Becky, you're probably going to have a really, really good match. So I think that's a testament to Becky, but it is also a testament to Xia Li for keeping up with Becky.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is somebody that was just kind of a name that's flown under the radar, and how she has survived all of these talent releases.
6 years.
That's how many she's survived.
She's been with the company for
she's been on the roster 6 years.
That's crazy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I learned something today. All right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And we're just now getting her in a prominent position, which is just, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that was the second women's match on the card, and then we also had Nia Jax taking on Raquel Rodriguez. Come on, let's talk about it for a second. Okay, look, I know you don't like Nia Jax, but I promised my friends Chris, Calvin, Cool Chris, and Todd that we would talk about Nia Jax today. So can we do that for just a couple of seconds? Okay, sure, that moment wasn't
Who the hell's
great.
Cool Chris?
Oh, you would love him. He plays the lap steel guitar.
The what? The laptop guitar?
A lap steel guitar.
What is that?
Yeah. It's the guitar that you play on your, literally, it's made of steel. It sits on your lap, and it's a guitar. He plays the lap steel guitar.
You're making all this up.
Yeah. You should jam with him sometime.
I won't.
No, Todd plays other. Okay, fine.
And now you're speaking a different language, and you're making me mad.
What? They're music instruments. That's all it is. Okay.
Did you care about this match? Because I didn't.
It was fine. It was enough. Like,
Are they setting
they
up
all
Nia
had their
and Becky?
place.
I mean, there's
How
a
did
story
you get
there
that?
because of their encounter last week or a couple weeks ago, where Becky had the burn of the year about how you broke my face, and then I became the biggest star ever, and then you got fired.
That's right. Yeah.
So, I mean, the story's there. We never got a legit payoff. What are you doing? Why are you smelling your tacos? Just eat the damn taco.
Well, you don't want me to eat on camera, so I just figured I'd take a whiff.
So smelling the tacos is better. That's
inhale tacos, exhale this negativity.
You are the worst.
What? That's not very nice. Okay.
I don't have tacos to smell.
If I thought you were making tacos for dinner too. Did you not get my text?
I have your number blocked.
That just hurts my feelings.
Well,
okay.
You should probably lose that if you're going to be in the wrestling world.
Right,
ooh, say it again. Say it again. Mr. Cincinnati knows. Anytime you say it, you got to say it again. I was. Thank you.
I didn't get it.
You know, I don't win many battles with my wife, so when I win a battle and somebody says I'm right, I have to gloat. That's what being married is, and I'm pretty much married to Eric at this point, so, you know, when I'm right, I'm right, and now I have to deal with you on this. Is this going to be a recurring thing?
Yeah, it's like a you, me, and Dupree kind of thing.
Like Renee Dupree?
Yeah.
Am I Fifi in that situation?
I was just going to say Rob Conway, but whatever.
I'd rather be Fifi than Rob Conway.
Your words.
I think Fifi traveled in first class.
Fair. Whatever. Okay.
See, that is the only thing, you know, that's things you only get on the Wrestling Junkies podcast is a Renee Dupree Fifi reference. Many of you probably don't remember that. Go back and look. Great time in pro wrestling.
Is $420 too much to spend on an autograph smoking skull bell from Pristine Auction?
Yeah.
Oops.
No, you didn't.
Anyway, now we're moving on. Intercontinental Championship. So, The Miz, Gunther had the ultimate face down. This was, I mean, just absolutely incredible. I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I will give you a spoiler for, you know, Eric and I have talked about doing a year-end show. Gunther is on that short list for Wrestler of the Year.
I love that. I'm actually in talks with the network to potentially be a host of those shows.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. Reunite. We're getting the band back together, bud.
I personally will not be on that show. So.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're the podcast that we need you on the show.
But it is an award show, so we need a proper host, and that would be Johnny Van Frank.
Yes.
We're gonna. You're still in the negotiation.
Tully and JVF, let's go.
This was an amazing promo. Gunther is at the top of his game. This guy needs to be mini gold 2.0, whatever you want to call it. I think he needs to win that title soon. Don't. I know Eric told you to say that just to make me mad. I know Eric told you to say that just to make me mad. It's not big gold. It's not. It's just not.
Oh, why not?
Because it's not. You're going to make me angry. It's not big gold. Big gold is the greatest champion to ever exist. And that is not big gold. And while I like that title, it's not big gold. So shut your mouth.
Okay. You're the boss, applesauce.
Why do you ruin everything when you say something? Gunther was fantastic last night. The Miz held his own. We know the Miz can hold up on the mic. I think this is going to be a straight up squash. That Survivor Series. I really do.
It is. And I was really worried about this segment for a second because it was looking like the Miz was not going to get any sort of offense or verbiage in after basically the verbal beating that Gunther gave him. So when he got the low blow, readjusted himself, got the skull crusher, like that was a proper way to end that. Everybody gets to get their shit in. Oh yeah, am I allowed to say that on here?
Sure. You already did. It's live. We can't edit it, pal.
Yay! You let me be myself. Okay,
Do I have a choice?
Yeah. I mean, why would you not? Like, it's me. It's Tully.
I know you are.
Junior Ray. What's
I
up, boys?
love
Anyway,
that he cut off the crowd during the USA chant. Because that was
not many people have that power.
Well, that was off the cuff. So him doing that just off the cuff was amazing. Because you don't go out there and plan somebody's going to chant USA at you, right? Like that's why I think he has just upped his level so much that he was able to stay blow by blow on the mic with the Miz. Like that is a big deal for somebody that you're trying to round out to be your next big superstar. He has it. He can wrestle. He has the look. He can talk. He has that aura about him. Like you go back to WrestleMania of last year and that entrance, like I can easily see that main eventing of WrestleMania and that guy coming out. It's just he has it, and they have their next big star right there. I think he has. I don't know if I'm gonna say he has to win the Rumble, but man, he's got to be one of the odds-on favorite, right?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, there's
You're
a
not
whole
excited about
story
that?
to finish. Like, don't get me wrong, I am. It's just the WWE has a happy problem that personally makes me super frustrated because LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, they could all be considered contenders to the next year of WWE. They all have that place, and they
But you have other ways to do it. In a perfect world, because I don't think you want to do the back-to-back Rumble wins for Cody. It's kind of telling the same story, right? So I think you want to have him win the Chamber. Gunther can win the Rumble because I think he's earned that spot just the way he's elevated that title. LA Knight can have the U.S. champion at WrestleMania and kind of elevate that title. And then at Money in the Bank, that's when he wins that. And I think you have that extra layer of stuff, but I think you need to strike while the iron's hot with Gunther and let him just run through next summer with that title.
No lies detected. That's a way to go. I like it. I'm here for it. Yeah. I said what I said, but yeah. So, as far as kind of what we're seeing between now and Survivor Series, we know that this will be a squash. How do you want to see Gunther used between Survivor Series and
I really want to have a match with Ivar. I don't know why I want to see that, but I really want to see him have a match with Ivar.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Molly Whopping Man Meat.
And I don't know if that's the program, but that's what I would want to see. You throw names out there like a Shinsuke, but I think Shinsuke is waiting for somebody else. A Randy Orton would be a fun challenger now that he's back. Like that would be a fun program going into Rumble. Because I don't think we've seen that match yet, so that would be something fun. Yeah. I think you have endless possibilities because he can't travel outside the country, so he's one of those guys that can main event a Raw for you kind of anytime you need it to.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's another little fun little touch. Yeah. But let's get into WarGames, man. So we got Judgment Day, Drew McIntyre taking on basically a super team. Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and the Ring General Cody Rhodes. WarGames General Cody Rhodes.
How
I know, just relax. Okay.
Dare you?
Take it easy, all right? Take it easy, Parcheesi. I'm just saying that for the purposes of this match,
I love that you just popped yourself. you idiot.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so when you think about the fact that they've announced Randy Orton, well, Johnny Van Frank gets paid enough for the both of you, so all right. Anyway, as we're looking into this, final spot, Randy Orton has been announced. Do you think they handled it properly? Just saying it's going to be him. Would you rather have had him show up, or are you saving just a big pop for that moment? What are you doing if I have this lovely mechanical pencil with the eraser kind of bitten off?
Yeah, like I feel like it would have been cool to have like a pre-tape with Randy, like you can see his face or something like that, or he comes on the Tron. I think saving his return for the show is good because that'll have people tuning in to see him for the first time in forever. Like maybe just a pre-tape or something. Like Cody was just kind of corny with what he's saying. It like, oh, I have a legacy with this person. You're looking at us like prey, and we have the apex predator, and they don't hear voices, and like it was fine. But I think like a cool, WWE produced pre-tape would have been really fun for going, hey, we got our guy, and I'm happy it's Randy. I'm so happy to see Randy Orton back. Absence makes the heart grow fonder because I think we were all spoiled with Randy Orton over the last couple years, and
Like the
now
last 2 decades.
he's a bona fide legend. So it's going to be cool to see him back and kind of soak in those last couple years of Randy Orton, where I don't think he's going to be full time, but yeah, just realizing what we have in that guy and how consistent he's been, and how great when you go back and look at his career, just how great he actually has been. And it'll be a fun moment to have him in War Games. Like I said, that pop is going to be insane in Chicago, no less. Like that's a fun crowd to do it in front of, and I think it adds another layer to this match because when he started teasing it was Randy Orton, you saw Jey Uso's face.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Sure did. Yeah.
that's the fun part because Randy's gonna come back and be like, "Weren't you part of the team that took me out?"
Dude, so it's like this time that Junior and Ray Ray hit me up with a surprise for my birthday. Like there was this festival I really wanted to go to, and this DJ I wanted to go check out, DJ JJ Frankie JJ, and ended up with those tickets for us, and it was absolutely incredible because he just kept dropping those little Easter eggs too. Yeah, so that's all I was gonna say about it. Is that the surprises are fun, are they not? Your book's upside down.
It's not upside down, you clown.
Oh, all right.
Don't you ever question me.
I didn't question you. I just made an observation.
Well, don't observate me.
Observe. Anyway, so
you got a fine line, Tully. You got a fine line, and you're about to cross it. You come on my show, and you're correcting me. What? I don't know what this is.
You do. That's fine. No.
What about Randy? Keep going.
I said it politely, at least. Anyway, this is a game changer for WWE, especially going into 2024. We're going to have free agents going back and forth. If we are now looking at the next, what I feel like is the next era of part-time attraction talent, Goldberg, Undertaker, gone. Triple H, gone. Shawn Michaels, gone.
God, now you started
Brock
that
Lesnar,
with Goldberg.
now we can put.
I was just
Relax, Angry Slash.
No, it's just Goldberg is just so many bad memories.
You're really harsh on my.
If you're a wrestling fan and you say Goldberg, the last couple years of Goldberg was like
I know, and I'm happy he's gone. Like what? Okay.
So far, maybe he shows back up on the Sting retirement tour. Didn't think of that one, did you? It could happen.
No, that's not going to happen. I don't see that happening.
Okay.
Bet you taco dinner on it that it doesn't.
I'm not going to.
You pick the place.
Dinner with you, Taco Bell.
Oh, come on.
I'm not going.
Oh, come on. If you want Taco Tully and the podcast that to hang out off camera and just get into some shenanigans, then drop a comment.
No.
Come on.
No, I think one of the reasons they announced it last night and not have the surprise at the pay-per-view was to kind of hype down the CM Punk speculation and go, hey, he's not coming. It's Randy Orton. Punk's not coming. While I think Punk still may eventually come, I don't see it happening at Survivor Series now that they've kind of gotten ahead of it with, hey, it's Randy Orton. Randy Orton is the mystery partner. Please, I saw something about, do you think they're going to hijack the show with CM Punk chants? I don't think so. I doubt it. I think we're past that phase of, hey, we miss Punk kind of thing, and we're in Chicago, so let's chant his name. Like I think people are upset with how he left, and I think wrestling fans, at least the smart ones and the ones that actually like wrestling, are going to go, no, like we're not going to change your name because of the way you left. Like it just we're done with that aspect of you. So getting ahead of it, I think, is smart by WWE. So you don't have the the internet rumor. Oh my God, Punk's coming back. Punk's coming back. Punk. Nope, it's Randy. Everybody loves Randy. I think, and I'm okay with that. But you wanted to talk about free agents and part timers, so I let you take a bite of your taco first. But go ahead.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's all that I was saying is as far as Randy's kind of now going to be, at least I feel like, kind of in that next, like, here is this pool of occasional talent. Randy Orton doesn't need to wrestle every week. You know, if you want to fly him in to talk, fly him in to talk. Have him do some cerebral pre-tapes, have fun with it. But it does seem like he's on very, very borrowed time. And, you know, if you grew up in the ruthless aggression era like I did, or like Mr. Cincinnati did, no, you're going to want to see every moment that you can with them and have every match just be meaningful. So I would say keep them at big fours, the occasional marquee TV match, but yeah, preserve them at all costs.
I don't know why. I really want to see LA Knight and Randy Orton for some reason. I think that's something that would be a lot of fun.
That'd be fun.
I don't
Sure.
know why I want to see it, but that's a match I do really want to see.
I do have one mystery that was kind of left unanswered last week or from last night. And I want to get your opinion on this. So we did see a backstage segment between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, and they said they had a lot to talk about, but then did not go back to that again. What do you think that they were talking about?
A trade. So
Anybody in particular?
Yep. So did you watch SmackDown? Or were you and Ray out?
Yeah, no. Ray was in sick. Me and Junior went out. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Todd was there too.
So Cody Rhodes was backstage at SmackDown, then ultimately came out and saved LA Knight. I think Cody wants to get back to that the WWE Championship, excuse me. So I think a trade between him and LA Knight might happen. That's just kind of a shot in the dark, looking at it from like a fantasy booking aspect. But like you got to think that if Gunther wins the Rumble, then the only way to get to Roman is through the Chamber, and he's going to have to be on SmackDown to be in the Chamber. So I would say a trade-ish or something like that would be coming for that. And I think moving an LA Knight to Raw, where he's not overshadowed by a Cody Rhodes, would probably be the best for both parties.
Yeah.
And it gives LA Knight a chance to win mini gold and still feel like a world champion, because he's not going to beat Roman. He's just not there yet. But I can see him being a believable mini gold champion. Sorry. That's just me. Shot in the dark.
I like it. Yeah. No, you earned a taco.
Well, we're in different rooms, buddy. What you got on those tacos there, buddy? Making me hungry.
Chicken, pulled pork, chorizo. Vibe, crazy vibe.
Well, you've only taken a bite of the chorizo one, so I don't know how you know the other vibes. What else you got on there? There's some pico de gallo. Is that some stuff on there?
Yeah, some smoked cheddar, some queso fresco.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, feeling fancy.
Well, you don't look fancy. So.
Yeah, I figured I'd treat myself today.
Button your shirt.
It is.
It's not. You know the worst part about this is I feel like I'm talking to my future son. That's the scariest part.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Is that you're just giving, you're hey, it's going to be all right. Any final thoughts on Raw there, my friend?
Of course it is.
Yes, I called you my friend.
Answer your
text.
I knew it. I'm wearing you down. Yeah. No final thoughts on Raw.
Has worn me down, pal.
Yeah. Okay. I have no final thoughts. Ready for Survivor Series.
one.
This is going to be awesome.
I have one final thought.
Of course.
I am very excited for the WarGames match. I might
Which one?
the men's. I'm also excited for the women's.
Okay.
Like I think the women's is telling a very good story. But the men's, I am so excited for this to be done. And I know that's bad, but like I think the WarGames match is gonna be really good. It's gonna be really cool to see Cody in a WarGames match, even though we've seen him in Blood and Guts, I think. Right?
I don't know that we have.
Huh. I don't know that we have either. So if this is his first WarGames, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And you know, the Randy coming back, the Drew aspect of it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I am so ready for these ships to go another way. I want to see Judgment Day do something else, feud with other people. This has been going on for months, and this has been the main event of Raw damn near every week of this combination of people. I want to see Jey Uso finally get out on his own and have a proper feud. Not win the tag team champions with Cody Rhodes. If you're trying to establish him as a single star, stop pairing him up in a tag team. Give him a feud to go do. Maybe that's a Drew McIntyre thing, even though they just had the match and Drew won clean. I don't know.
To start.
I don't know, but like I want everybody to kind of separate. Like Shinsuke go with Cody. A Bronson Reed go with whoever. Who else? Gunther, can go with Randy or something like that. Judgment Day, go do something else. I'm because I like maybe it's a Drew Damian kind of power struggle kind of thing where Damian doesn't like that Drew's hanging around the Judgment Day so much because we already added one. I'm not adding another one. We know that WWE officials are very, very high on a Damian Priest, so I think a face turn for Damian is going to be very good for him, and maybe that is the dynamic we need. But I need something to change on Raw because it is starting to become so stale to watch the same people in the main event every week. Rant
That's
over.
Fair. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. I have nothing more to add to that tonight, bud. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Mr. Cincinnati, hope you're out there watching and enjoying the show. Remember to hit that QR code, like, share, subscribe. Let's help get those numbers up. We've got some new episodes of Stump the Smart that are coming out this week. We got great new interviews that are lined up. Bryce Cannon's joining the show tomorrow with Johnny Van Frank, and Mr. Cincinnati will be back. God help us all. And remember, your taco vibe attracts your taco tribe. So without further ado, let's take it on home, buddy. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. We'll talk to you guys soon.